Hey everybody, my name is Rachel and I'm about to tell you the short version of an Irish folktale called The Fairy Shawl. If you enjoy this story, I invite you to join me this Saturday, March 19th at the Sugar Hill Children's Museum of Art and Storytelling, where I'll be telling more folktales inspired by the incredible artist Faith Ringgold, and in particular her book called Bonjour Lonnie. And as always, there will be amazing art up on the gallery walls, and you can do all kinds of family art making activities. Hope to see you there. All right, you think I can tell this story in under 5 minutes? Let's find out. There was once a young girl named Mura who worked for a very mean farmer, and so every day was very difficult for Mura. And yet her heart remained soft, and every evening she remembered to do a kindness for the fairies. She would leave a little bit of buttermilk and a little bit of bread right by the kitchen door so that they could come to eat. One spring morning, the farmer called Mura into the kitchen and placed before her 4 big bags of flax. He said, "You'd better have this all spun into thread by the time I get home, or else you're gonna be out of work." And then he left. And Mura had no idea how she was going to get all of this work done in just one day. And then she looked out the window and saw that a hawthorn tree had suddenly started to grow in the grass. So she went to stand underneath the hawthorn tree, and as she did, it spoke to her. It said, "Do not worry about the unjust task that was set before you today. Instead, go for a walk, enjoy the springtime flowers, and as evening comes, return to the farmhouse, throw open the kitchen door, and with a bow say, 'All thanks to you, magic spinners,' and see how the fairies have returned your kindness." Mura did just what the hawthorn tree said. She enjoyed a glorious walk, and as the evening came, she ran back to the farmhouse, threw open the kitchen door, and with a bow said, "All thanks to you, magic spinners." And she saw that the kitchen was full of fairies sitting at their tiny little spinning wheels, turning all of the flax into stacks and stacks of thread. And when they saw Mura, they scooped up their spinning wheels, they left the kitchen, bowing to Mura as they went. Mura stared in amazement at all of the beautiful, colorful threads sitting at the kitchen table. And then the farmer came home. He was sure that Mura had failed at her task. Except when he went into the kitchen, he saw that he had nothing to complain about. There was all the thread sitting right in front of his eyes. Except there was a dull, gray, dusty-looking curtain hanging in the kitchen window that had never been there before. He said, "Mura, you put dust in the kitchen window. How dare you? Come here and take it down right now." Well, Mura got up, she went over, she pulled the curtain down, but as she held that dull gray fabric in her hands, it turned into shimmering, sparkling, colorful fabric, all the colors of spring. And Mura knew that it was a fairy shawl made just for her. The farmer was greedy, and he grabbed it out of Mura's hands. The instant he touched it, though, it turned back into dull gray fabric. He tried to throw it over his shoulders, but it kept slipping off until finally he threw his hands up in the air and said, "It must be cursed. Take it and away with you now." And so Mura picked up the dull gray fabric that once again turned shimmering and colorful in her hands. She wrapped it tight around her shoulders and left the farmhouse for the last time. And every day from then on, Mura kept that fairy shawl wrapped tight around her shoulders, feeling the love and protection of the fairies. The end.